Good morning. This is the time and place for the zoning administrator's hearing for October 8, 2008. My name is Edith Fuentes, and I will be conducting the hearing as hearing officer. We have 4 cases today. However, 2 of the 4 cases will be continued, so I will make that announcement a little bit later. Let me just quickly go through our hearing procedure. Under the provisions of Title 30, Chapter 30 of the Glendale Municipal Code, a variance shall be granted if 4 required findings are present. 1, that the strict application of the ordinance would result in practical difficulties or unnecessary hardship inconsistent with the general purposes and intent of the ordinance. 2, that there are exceptional circumstances or conditions applicable to the property involved or to the intended use or development of the property that do not apply generally to other property in the same zone or neighborhood. 3, that the granting of the variance will not be materially detrimental to the public welfare or injurious to the property or improvements in such zone or neighborhood in which the property is located. And 4, that the granting of the variance will not be contrary to the objectives of the ordinance. Also, under the provisions of Title 30, Chapter 30 of the Glendale Municipal Code, a conditional use permit shall be granted if 4 required findings are present. 1, that the proposed use will be consistent with the elements and objectives of the general plan. 2, that the use and its associated structures and facilities will not be detrimental to the public health or safety, the general welfare, or the environment. 3, that the use and facilities will not adversely affect or conflict with adjacent uses or impede the normal development of surrounding property. And 4, that adequate public and private facilities will be provided for the use. For applications involving the sale, serving, or consumption of alcoholic beverages, there are also 5 criteria that shall be considered in making the findings, which is contained in subsection A through D of our zoning code. If the evidence presented in the application and at the hearing meets the criteria just described, then the zoning administrator can either approve or impose conditions for approval on the case in question. If the findings of fact are not evident, then the request will be denied. Notification of this hearing was accomplished by the use of public notices, which were mailed to property owners located within 500 feet of the subject property, physically posted on the site in question, and placed in the local newspaper. The hearing will proceed as follows. I will read a description of the application or the request, and then read reports received from other city departments and other letters or communications from interested parties. The applicant will be asked to come forward, stating both name and address, and will be asked to present the case within a 15-minute time limit. Others in support of or in opposition to the application and any interested parties will be asked to come forward to speak. Again, clearly stating both name and address within a 3-minute time limit. Lastly, the applicant will be given the opportunity to make closing comments, if desired, in response to testimonies given by preceding speakers within a 5-minute time limit. The hearing will be closed and the case taken under submission. After the hearing, the decision will be prepared in writing and will be in the form of a letter sent to the applicant and to all persons who responded to the public notice, either by speaking at this hearing or by submitting written responses and have provided their name and mailing address. I would like to emphasize that the date of the decision will be the date appearing on the letter. Under the appeal provisions of Title 30, Chapter 30 of the Glendale Municipal Code, the decision may be appealed to the Planning Commission within 15 days of the date of the decision. Anyone wishing to appeal may obtain forms and brochures on the procedures from our Building and Safety Section, Permit Services Center, located on the same floor of this building. If you wish to speak, please write your name and address on one of these speaker forms, which have been provided by the front door, and submit it to our planning assistant. I would like to also inform everyone that the official proceedings of the zoning administrator's hearing are recorded on tape as part of public record. Okay, just a quick announcement. If you're here for case number PCUP 2008-018, this is located at 610 to 700 South Brand Boulevard and 112 through 124 and 115 East Maple Street. This is to expand an existing vehicle sales dealership, and also case number variance 2008-018, the same location. These two cases will be continued to our zoning administrator's hearing of October 29, 2008, without further public notice. Again, case number CUP 2008-018 and variance 2008-018, located at 610 to 700 South Brand Boulevard and 112 through 124 and 115 East Maple, will be continued to our public hearing of October 29 without further public notice. Okay. Our first case is 515 South Glendale Avenue, case number CUP 2008-027. Applicant is Karina's Cake House, care of AMAC Group. Owner is Karine Kaplan. And this is an application for a conditional use permit to allow the off-site sales of alcoholic beverages at an existing bakery located at 515 South Glendale Avenue in the C3 Commercial Service Zone, Height District 1, described as Parcel B of Parcel Map number 1287. And let me just quickly go through some of the comments we have. Okay, no major issues or comments from any of the departments, so I will call on you if you fill out one of those speaker cards. Okay, I will get to you. So let me just go through the proper procedure. Okay. To present the case, Mr. Ara Vartanian.
Good morning, Ms. Fuentes. Ara Vartanian, AMAC Group. Office is located at 639 West Broadway in Glendale. Basically, what we're doing here is we're proposing a CUP for the off-site sales of liquor. Basically, what the Koreanese Cake House intent is for them to make pastry baskets, sort of like gift baskets, and have cognac and different types of liquor in there. Their intent is not to be a liquor store in any way. They just want to be selling the gifts, and inside those gifts put like cognac and whatever goes fine with pastry. So that's what their main intent is. I want to get to my findings on the 4 findings on the CUP. The first one is, how will the proposed use be consistent with the various elements and objectives of the general plan? The proposed project is located in a C3 zone. A C3 zone is a commercial service zone where food service businesses are highly desired. The proposed use is in full compliance with all objectives of the general plan in this specific area. The second finding asks, why will the proposed use and its associated structures and facilities not be detrimental to the public health, safety, or general welfare, or to the environment? The proposed project is within a fully and recently developed and upgraded structure. The building and the premises will comply with all current codes and regulations, and as well as guidelines related to public health and safety. My third finding, why will the proposed use and facilities not adversely affect or conflict with adjacent uses or impede the normal development of surrounding properties? The entire area in the immediate vicinity of the proposed project is an area designated for similar uses and is already substantially developed with shopping centers, retail operations, restaurants, and other related uses. The proposed use will just be a natural addition to the existing business mix. Finally, my fourth finding, explain how adequate public and private facilities such as utilities, landscaping, parking spaces, and traffic circulation measures are or will be provided. I believe the proposed CUP is not going to increase the traffic flow at all, because it's going to be the regular customers that are going to be coming in, and instead of just buying pastry, they're going to be buying pastry in a gift box with cognac, for example. Parking is met in the front of the building and also to the side of the building. Koreanese Cake House is the property owner of the whole lot, and all required amenities and utilities are in the upgraded structure, and they all comply with current codes and regulations.
Okay, just for clarification purposes, this is only off-site sale. Like, if I go in there, buy a basket of pastries or something, they have pre-made baskets that have wines and liquor or whatever?
That's correct. This is only for the off-site sales.
Off-site sale. No on-site consumption.
No on-site consumptions. Everything is going to be packaged to go out. Nothing is going to be packaged for them to serve inside the cake house.
Mm-hmm. And how long has Karina Bakery been in that location?
I believe for over 8 years.
8 years. Do you know their hours of operation? They're open 7 days a week?
Yes, they're open 7 days a week. I believe they open up at 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock in the morning.
Till about 9 p.m. or 10
yes.
p.m.?
9 will be.
I just need to get an idea how much time. And like you mentioned, the same clients going in there buying baked products or bakery goods.
Yes, I want to be very clear that in no way is this going to constitute Koreanese Cake House to be a liquor store, so there's going to be no increase in clients coming in just for a beer or wine.
So this will come in the form of gift baskets.
That's correct.
Or
Pre-packaged,
pre-ordered. Can you hold on for 1 second? I'll get to you.
Pre-packaged gift boxes that are ready to go. There isn't going to be like wine coolers or like a 6-pack in the cooler that people can just come and buy. It's all going to be like pastry, like nice gift baskets that you could take
Okay.
out.
Have you checked with our police department?
Yes, I actually spoke with Lieutenant Fox over 2 months ago, and I sat down with him. I had a meeting with him. I discussed what their sales plan is, what their business plan is, and what we're proposing, and he had no comments, and he had no complaints or anything. He said he's okay with everything.
Okay. So as far as the type of use and business, nothing's going to change?
Nothing's
It's
going to
gonna
change.
be-
It's still going to be a bakery. The size, floor area, everything is going to remain the same. Hours of operation, everything is going to stay the same.
Okay. Anything else? Do you have any idea how many employees they have?
They always have 2 in the front working the cashier, and I believe 3 in the back, and the owner is always in and out managing.
Okay, good. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ms.
Peggy McCready. 3 minutes, please.
Good morning. I have,
Give me your name and address for the record.
My name is Peggy Tran McCready, and my address is 407 East Chestnut Street. And I want to know why my property picture on up there.
They're just showing the surrounding properties.
Okay,
They have to show that for my information.
all right.
They're not claiming it or they're not using it as part of their application.
According they sent to me is the permit you will issue to them to sell the outside the alcoholic beverage. I want to know how much radiated do you sell? I mean the radiation. I mean radiate how much
Radius.
radio to allow one liquor store, because their words have 2 liquor store in 2 blocks.
Right, there's a
And right now,
difference.
if they have another one in 2 block, 1 short block,
Mhm.
and 3 liquor store. And on this property, they should not go through my land at all, because the judge gave them is wrong. That's why we dispute right now. So whoever opened that, they can't go through my land at all.
Unfortunately, that's an issue between you and your neighbor or whoever is using your driveway.
Okay.
I'm only here to look at the conditional use permit
Right
application.
now, it's my main thing is protest is not allow them to sell liquor, so that the traffic is not so bad there. The reason I protest is right now they haven't sell liquor store yet. People came into my property, like I'm coming here. In my property they sell rug. They have people come in the same kind. They come in. Anything is.
Do you call the police when you see them selling those type of things?
I call the police, but the police involved. That's why the police just say no evidence. There is so many evidence, but the police don't want to involve, don't want to investigate anything. Even the evidence relevant to what they did, I call them, and the police say from 5 minutes to 5 hours they will come and check it out. To the next day, they still didn't check it out. So they came in. They came in with the selling rug. They called in the stock. They took 2 of the same kind to come in. After they done, it's my bedclothes stunk so bad. By the time I gone to bed, I just 10, 12 o'clock at night, I can't wash my clothes. It just smells so bad. And sometimes they urinate in my living room.
Are those homeless people or?
Not homeless. There's no people around there. So
Okay.
my neighbor, around my neighbor. And it probably somebody only use my address illegally to sell liquor, sell rug, whatever that is, I don't know. But they probably use that for illegally. So if you permit for these people, then it's so many people selling, it's not legal. And I have a question. Why my parcel map and my C3 is on the other people address, on 515 address?
You're going to have to come to Permit Services Center and ask all those questions, but I need to know, is there anything else beside the illegal activities happening around your property that you're kind of...
Right now, they haven't sell liquor store yet. They only cake store. But people from those area came into my house, broke my property. They stole many things. They broke from the tile in the bathroom to the ceiling to the kitchen.
Is your property the one facing...
The property is picture right.
the one facing Chestnut?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
So every time
Okay.
I got out, they got in the house.
Okay, thank you very much. Your
And
time,
they,
yeah.
and they said that their own home, so they asked what...
I will advise you to keep contacting our police department whenever you see those illegal activities, but I cannot attribute it to this application because that's, another activity.
So,
I'm so sorry.
okay,
You're-
I just want to remind one more time. The people, if you issue permit for them, they cannot travel through my land.
That's between you and your neighbor, so. Rosanna Calaba? Oh, Roseanne. Just give me your name and address
My
for the
name is
record.
Roseanne Calaba. My address is 1621 Del Valle Avenue, Glendale. I have property at 530 East Lomita. That's my concern. I am opposing the way for liquor to be in the area. There's enough liquor in that area. The way I understand now with the gift basket, it's just a gift basket that's going out in the basket. But if people are going to be coming in and buying a six-pack or whatever,
Oh, no, they can't
there's
do
enough
that.
liquor areas
Yeah.
that are delicatessens. There's place where there's lots of liquor in there, and that's what
If-
I'm opposing.
That will be part of the condition. No individual can, no six-pack, no
Or whatever.
nothing.
Just in the
Everything-
package, all wrapped up with the
Everything,
cakes.
right, prepackaged.
No
gift-
selling individual bottles of wine wrapped up, even if it's
Yes,
individual.
that's
I just don't
correct.
want any liquor in the area.
That's correct.
Right.
Thank you for expressing your concerns. Is there anybody else here who would like to speak in support or in opposition to this application? Closing comments, Mr. Vartanian?
Aura Vartanian, 639 West Broadway. I just want to reassure again that this is in no way going to be a liquor store. So
You're going to have to speak up a little bit louder and clearer, so
I want to
you're trying to convince me, so convince me.
I want to reassure to everyone that this is not in any way going to be a liquor store. And the type of people that, I forgot her name, she was worried about, those people aren't going to be the daily customers that are going to be coming in and buying the gift baskets. There's going to be no six-packs, no beers, no wine coolers, nothing that's going to encourage people to come in, buy liquor, and go outside and drink. And so it's all going to be in gift baskets, prepackaged, ready to go.
Very good.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. I'm going to go ahead, take this case under submission, and we'll let you know. Thank you very much for coming. Our next case is case number variance 2008-026, located at 522 East Broadway, unit number 101. Applicant is Williams Land Use Services. This is an application for a use variance to allow for the continuance of an existing private specialized education school located at 522 East Broadway, unit number 101, in the DSP Downtown Specific Plan, East Broadway District, which no longer allowed the described use. And the property is described as portion of Lot 1, Block 22, Town of Glendale tract. And again, just for note, this use was previously approved under an expired conditional use permit when the previous zoning designation for the property was C3 zone. So, no comments or major issues from other departments. To present the case, Ms. Janelle Williams.
Good morning, Ms. Fuentes. My name is Janelle Williams, Williams Land Use Services, 2418 Honolulu Avenue in Montrose. The location, the city's health services offices are in the same building as the Right-On program that we seek the use variance for today. You are correct. They've had an existing conditional use permit, and the underlying zoning has changed. So I'll go into the findings. What are the practical difficulties or unnecessary hardships related to the property associated with this project? Right-on DUI programs has existed in the city of Glendale since 1976, and at the current location since 1996, which is over 12 years.
12 years.
The facility is uniquely situated at the intersection of Isabel and Broadway, which is across the street from the Los Angeles County Courthouse to the east, and the Glendale Civic Center with the police department to the north. This juxtaposition is critically important due to the drinking driver programs, which are often referred by the courts. The downtown specific plan does not identify DUI programs as a use, whether permitted in the zone or not. But staff made the determination that our program is most similar to the school's private specialized education and training designation, and that designation is not allowed in the DSP area. We're not proposing any changes to our use. Rather, the underlying zoning has changed from C3 to DSP, which created the necessity for the variance that we seek today. In the past, Right-On programs has always been approved and renewed through the conditional use process, which classified the use as a private educational institution subject to CUP in the DSP zone as well. We think the CUP process is more appropriate in this instance, but because of that prior and standing classification, I just wanted to let you know also that the property owner, Ronald Wilcox, is here, and John Marshall, the applicant and founder of the program, is here as well, and he will be explaining the program to you. Finding number 2, what is unique about the property involved for the intended use or development of the property is related to the variance request. The Right-On program is an existing program that is designed to help adult students meet court or DMV requirements after receiving a DUI. It's a highly regarded program referred by the courts and approved by the State Department of Alcohol and Drug Programs, as well as the Los Angeles County Department of Health Services. The program has been allowed under its use and occupancy permit and conditional use permit. The facility has complied with all conditions of the former CUP, has operated a well-run program of counseling and education with great benefit to the public. The continued use of the property, which has not changed, is consistent with the prior CUP and is in keeping with the standard operational procedures of the existing use and occupancy permit. Why will the granting of the variance not be detrimental to the public welfare? No changes will occur as a result of the granting of this variance. The existing use with its underlying services has existed for many years without public detriment. To the contrary, it has existed as a vital public service and a service to the judicial system, offering treatment and recovery for alcohol and drug dependency through mechanisms such as group counseling, individual counseling, self-improvement groups, and educational components such as self-study, meditation, etc. The program's benefit to the community cannot be overstated. It is programs like John Marshall's Right-On program that actually helps people redirect their unhealthy and reckless behaviors that put the public at risk. Why will the granting of the variance be in keeping with the objectives of the applicable regulations? The land use policy of the downtown specific plan states in part, downtown supports a variety of economic activities. The land use policies build on existing strengths. A mix of land uses is critical to support a diverse downtown climate and reinforce the existing varied character of downtown Glendale. The land use policies encourage clustering of certain uses as definable districts. Its location in the Civic Center and Courthouse cluster is appropriate. As an existing asset to the community, Right-On has proven its value, proven its appropriateness at its location near centers of local government, and has proven its applicability to the intent of the regulations governing land uses within the East Broadway district of the downtown specific plan, which abuts the Civic Center district on 3 corners. Adequate and existing parking and landscaping will be maintained on the site, and the use will continue to provide a service to the community, as well as comply with the objectives of the zoning ordinance.
I have
Any
just one
questions?
quick question.
Okay.
Since this use previously had a conditional use permit, and
Yes.
there were several conditions stated in there, is there anything as far as those conditions that you are not able to meet, or you would like to delete, change, add, whatever?
Well, John Marshall is here, and he's at the location every single day. It's my understanding that they have met and would continue to meet all of those conditions. We would only request
100 years?
100 years, yes. That it not be subject to approval, to reapproval.
Oh, yeah, well, if, I will, a variance usually runs with the land.
Yes.
But I'll look at when it's a use-specific type of use, then sometimes they give it a certain amount of years.
Mhm.
But if this is something that can run with the land, then
We would
maybe
appreciate that.
the change in the zone was an advantage, because now you don't have to come back as a
But we would
conditional
hope
use
not to have to
permit.
come back for renewal.
Okay, good.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Mr. John Marshall, you have something to add? Just give me your name and address for the record.
I'm John Marshall, 28 Aller Court in Glendale, and nice to see you again after every 5 years, I think it was,
7,
before
yeah.
this. But
Maybe this is the last time you're going to see
I
me.
hope so. I hope so, although it's very nice, and I'm glad you made it through all the traffic.
I know,
and,
thank you.
No, I think nothing to really add. I'm very proud of the work we do. We have wonderful success with our clients, and most of them are in the Glendale area. They come directly from the Glendale Court and also from the DMV. It's an inspiring, motivational program, and, I think that our ability to stay where we are is enormously valuable. It's a great location for us because of the proximity to the police department and the court, so I
Yes.
feel like we're at the right place doing the right job.
Perfect. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Mr. Ron Wilcox, you want to say?
Morning, I'm Ron Wilcox, and I live at 329 Harvey Drive in Glendale, California, of course. I'd like to speak in support of John and Diane Marshall and their school. I've talked to them over a number of years, and I know them to be a little beyond the call of duty and dedication to getting people off of this habit. And every person that gets off of this alcoholic habit makes our streets and our highways safer in Glendale. So that's about all I have to say. They're good, wonderful tenants.
Thank you very much. Okay. Is there anybody else here who would like to speak in support or in opposition? Seeing none, do you have any closing comments?
Only that it's a very vital program, and we urge your support and approval, and hope to see you soon.
I think it's a very good program, and I'm really happy to see that we have it in Glendale.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. I'm very familiar with the program. I mean, not that I went through it, but I know it's a very much needed and a very big help to the community, especially being within our city and close to whoever needs it in our city. So, and with that, I'm going to go ahead, take this case under submission, and close the public hearing at 10:35 in the morning. Thank you very much for coming.